what's going on? Today we are learning a soulful chord lick chord lesson, and this one is fun, all right? Basically, it's a chord transition lick where you learn to play a chord progression, and then you play a lick, and then you smoothly resolve back to the chord. You're incorporating lead guitar parts with rhythm guitar parts. So before we jump into this lesson, make sure you download the free tab, all right? It's just a PDF. You'll be able to get it from the link in the description or a link above me right now, okay? So take a look at that and add it to your playing, okay? I'm going to break this down kind of step by step so you can see what I'm thinking as I'm playing this type of stuff so that you can incorporate these ideas of this smooth style of playing, kind of John Mayer stuff, into your own playing. All right, make sure you grab that tab and let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at this lick right here, but make sure you grab the tab, all right? The PDF is below, absolutely for free. It's in the description. You'll see the link. So I'm doing an A major chord. Everything is out of A major, all right? So this is an A major pentatonic for this entire lick, all right? So what I'm doing here is I'm going A, just like that. So let's take a look at this lick, all right? So I'm going A, and then I'm doing all in one move, okay? It's kind of some soulful lines here. These are intervals of 6, but all the notes are out of the major pentatonic. So I'm putting my middle finger on the 7th fret of the G and my ring finger on the 7th fret of the B, and my middle finger is muting that second string. So when I strum those, you don't hear them. So I'm going up to the 9 and 9, back to the 7, and then I slide back to the 6th fret of the G, 1st fret of the E. So I went, and that's actually kind of tricky to get that smooth and get to the next chord. So that's going to be the biggest thing that you have to work on here. So 1, 2, phrasing, 3, and 4. So there's my phrasing. That's what I'm thinking. It's all about phrasing and taste when it comes to these types of lines. So 1, 2. So this chord is a B minor 7th. So if you know your B minor bar chord, kind of the E minor shape, I'm just getting rid of the pinky, right? So I get a jazzier feel here, right? More of an R&B neo soul feel. So, or jazz, right? So 1, 2, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what is this? All right, it's really similar to the B minor 7th chord, but we're doing a major chord here. This is a D major triad in first inversion. All right, so all this is first inversion just means that the third is in the bass, the major third. So this is a F sharp, and that's the 9th fret of the A, and then I bar my index over the 7th fret of the D and the 7th fret of the G. So to recap, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my D major triad. It sounds really nice. And then I come up. Well, before I go on, this tricky stuff is 1, 2, like that. That's tricky to get that. So take your time with this. Like that. B minor 7th to the D major triad. That's going to be the biggest thing you probably have to get right. All right. So the next thing is a triad lick, but we're out of an A major triad here in first inversion. That means the third is in the bass again. All right, but it's out of the C major shape of A if you know your caged, okay? So what I'm doing right here is I'm putting my ring finger on the 11th fret of the D, index on the 7th fret of the G, and middle finger on the 10th fret of the B string, all right? It's out of this shape, but I'm only playing these 3 notes, which is our major triad. So I'm getting rid of the ring, all right, because we're not just playing the chord, we're outlining it with a triad little lick here, double stop lick. So I'm holding my index, 9th fret G, middle finger, 10th fret B, and I hammer my ring finger on to the 11th fret of the G. So I go just like that. I strum both of those notes, and then I come back, that's a hammer on, and then I put my ring finger on the 11th fret of the D, and immediately slide to the 9th fret of the D. So I went, and then I come back to the A major chord, okay? So I'm going 1, 2, and then I added a little cool little line in there where I went, it's just A major pentatonic. I went just like that, and then I start the lick right back over, or the chord lick chord idea. So I'm going right out of pattern 2 of the major pentatonic, but I'm using only the first 3 strings, the 6th, 5th, and 4th. So I'm going 7 to 9 on the E, 7 on the A, back to 9 on the A. So I'm going, and then 7 on the A, so, and then I go 9, 7 on the D, 9, 7 on the A, and back to the A major chord. All right, so I went and I palm muted it just to give it a different feel. Back to the A, so I went 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the D major triad, and then I come up to this A major double stop lick, triad lick, just like that. Okay, so, and then I do the little, and then I start the entire thing back over. Now, there's a little thing that I did in between the A major and the B minor 7th chord that adds a little flair here that you can do. So I'm going 1, 2. I do a little pick scrape where I'm just muting the strings here. I'm not playing anything. I'm just going down, up, just to give it a little percussive feel. So I'm going 1, 2. Do it again here. No, not gonna do it there. And then back to the A. Okay, so 1, 2. So my whole idea is coming from A major pentatonic right here, right? Pattern 1, and then pattern 2 of the A major pentatonic, and then pattern 3 of the A major pentatonic, right? But I'm focusing on chords. Chords are the key here, all right? We want to outline the sound of the chords. If I go like this, that right there is a piece of this A major triad, so that works to outline that A. And then I go to the B minor, and then look, when I go like this is a piece, this little interval, the 6th, is a piece of the B minor 7th triad. And I go up to the 7 or the 9 and the 9 of the E and the G, and that's a piece of it as well. This note isn't this E, but this is, it kind of outlines the sound of a minor 9th chord, which you can do by putting your pinky on the 9th fret of the E string as you're playing this B minor 7th chord. You just add your pinky, all of a sudden you got an even jazzier sound. But we're outlining chord changes here. That outlines the A, right? And then we come up, we're gonna outline the A again, but with this little triad, A major triad lick, double stop, and then A major pentatonic to finish it. And you notice I land on this E, the 7th fret of the A string, and that's the 5th of the E, so it resolves, or the A, excuse me, and that makes it resolve nicely back to the A, okay? So to recap, I'm gonna play it really slowly. 1, 2. Well, before I play it, it's all about phrasing as well. So I'm doing two, letting the chord ring for 2 beats, and then a little lick for 2 beats. So 1, 2, lick, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Back to the A. Almost missed it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. So before you do 4 beats of a riff or a lick for phrasing, you've got to get a 2-beat phrase going, all right? And this is all about timing. If you don't get the timing right, you'll get the notes, but you won't get it that smooth, jazzy, John Mayer kind of vibe out of it, okay? Almost, this lick almost sounds Motowny, but it's like 1, 2. You got to jump, so I'm immediately jumping to this. Get there quick. You can do it smoothly. You just got to practice each transition separately before you put it all together in the final product, which is a nice sounding lick. Full speed would be just like that. So that's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy this type of content, please give me a subscribe and a like. That helps a lot. And I hope to see you in the next lesson. Have a great day.